Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another Q&A video. We're also going to discuss the possibility of Michonne joining the CRM to get Rick out. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe. We're back with our weekly Walking Dead universe Q&A video for this week. Grabbed a lot of questions from you guys from some of the community tabs as well as the last Q&A as well too. I'll probably make another community post probably next week for the next Q&A, and you guys can ask, some questions and stuff like that for the next one. You guys left a lot of Q&A comments, so I've been kind of catching up on them over the last few weeks. So there's even a few here that are actually like about a week old, like week and a half old, but trying to catch up on all your questions, trying to catch up on all your Q&A comments. It's been really fun doing these throughout the break, and we're almost done. We only got like a few more weeks left, and then it will strictly be Ones Who Live Q&As, which I cannot wait to do that. So, and I might even start them a bit early, too. I might, maybe, early February, we'll just turn them into, full-on Ones Who Live Q&As, So, I don't know. But for now, there's still Walking Dead Universe Q&As, so definitely, excited to keep on going with these. And I'm trying to still do them every week, at least once a week, every 2 weeks, sometimes, stuff like that, so we can touch base on the franchise and discuss some different, topics. So, starting off with Lewis for today, who has the starting comment, who says that, Dan, how do you think Michonne joins the CRM? So, yes, there are definitely a lot of people that are thinking that Michonne is going to be joining the CRM, and she's going to kind of go in there as an inside woman, I guess, if you will. And kind of do the job and get Rick out, you know what I mean? So, here's what I could say about that idea. Not only do I think that that's probably her best way in, because that definitely is something that would work, is Michonne playing the part and going in there and acting like one of them and stuff like that, definitely is something that she's probably going to be ending up doing. But here's the other thing, is that not only is she capable of doing that, that is the easiest way to get Rick out. Because you go in there guns and blazing, you're probably going to end up getting Rick killed in the crossfire. That is a risk, Whereas if Michonne can go in and then they work on a way out together, then it'll work, And I think that that's probably why Michonne's going to be doing that, is because it's just the most strategic idea, is to fall in with them first and then, act. And I'm actually really interested in seeing if they're going to do this, where Michonne's a prisoner for the CRM, and maybe she's acting like she doesn't know who Rick is because she can't blow her cover, and she has to work with Rick for a day or two and act like he doesn't mean anything to her. And Rick is just freaking his head's not in the game at all. He's completely distracted that Michonne's with him, but they have to act normal with each other so that they don't think oh man, that would be so insane, man. Honestly, I really wonder if that's what they're going to do. That would be a insane thing to see, Michonne goes in there undercover to break him out, but they have to work together, maybe clear buildings together for a few days until Michonne's group can, give them a way to slip out and stuff. Oh man, that'd be crazy. That would be so nuts, Rick just it's Mr. Grimes, yeah, we got a new person. Yep, this is gonna be your partner for the day. You and you, I want you to clear this building down here. Blah 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 blah. It's Rick's okay, who is it? You just see Michonne walk up. Oh man, that'd be friggin' insane. And it's they have to act normal. Oh man, that'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely insane. I admittedly really think they may pull something like that too, which will be absolutely insane. Because then they're going to have to keep their emotions in, so that's going to be pretty nuts. I actually hope that's how the reunion takes place. That would be a really unique way of doing it. But again, we'll have to see. Next one comes from James, who says that, Dan, is Talking Dead done? It seems like Talking Dead is just over and they're not doing it anymore. It would have been really nice to have it during the spin-offs of Dead City, Daryl Dixon, and Ones Who Live. Yeah, I've had a few people tell me that apparently Talking Dead is just canceled. The Talking Dead is just, no more. Which is weird to me. Really, really weird. weird because Talking Dead to me is like, it's like part of it. Like, you get like a Walking Dead episode and then you get Talking Dead with Chris Hardwick right after. And now, I realize Chris Hardwick has done this for over a decade. He probably wants to move on with his career and stuff, but they could have at least said something, like told us that the show was canceled. Like, they really just let Talking Dead go out with a silent fart. They really did. I mean, let's be honest here. Like, they had the series finale event, and then they had Chris Hardwick host the Dead City panel at WonderCon last year, but like that was it. Like after that, Chris Hardwick's just, disappeared, and we haven't really seen anything from him since. So it's weird. It's really, really odd. I don't know if they'll explain anything about it, but yeah, as of right now, I think Talking Dead's done, which again would have been nice to see it for Ones Who Live and other shows like that, but I guess Talking Dead's no more. Yeah, that's really weird. The next one comes from Mass Ninja, who says that, Dan, do you think that Designation 2 could actually be a CRM calling facility? And that is how CRM and Commonwealth know each other, because Gimple has said many times before that CRM knows about the Commonwealth and vice versa. So do you think this is how we connect that in maybe The Ones Who Live? I could see it. Although I feel like maybe Designation 2 or B17 or whatever other crap that, she was saying is something to do with, Commonwealth codes. Although, the biggest thing that kind of puzzles me with that, with Gimple saying the Commonwealth knows about CRM and CRM knows about Commonwealth, is that by the end of the original Walking Dead, they made it seem like Commonwealth was really just out for themselves. Like they were thriving on their own, and that was that. Ezekiel and Mercer took over, and that's it, I don't know if maybe in, like, the crossover event or, some other show, maybe, they visit Pamela in jail or something, and maybe, like, Ezekiel asks her about, like, what this place is or whatever and what it's connected to, and she's like, yeah, like, we work for another, another faction, right? Like, there was another community connected to us, right? They could do that. They definitely could do something like that, but again, we'll have to see. It's really up to, Gimple on how he wants to connect it. But I'll say this, a calling facility being connected to CRM, it makes sense because, CRM and then Commonwealth both have the kind of like that same type of thing, right? Where they make people, do labor work and kill zombies and do all this stuff for them, That's a lot of what Commonwealth was doing in 11C, and that's what Rick's doing now in, Ones Who Live. So it definitely would make sense to a degree that, maybe that's what we have, Hard to say, but honestly, I could see it. I could definitely see a connection. Next one comes from Sunflowers, who says that, Dan, do you think we will see anybody like Virgil or maybe any other main cast Walking Dead characters from the main show in The Ones Who Live? Do you think we'll get any cameos and stuff like that? Now, I've said it many times before, I really, really am hoping for a Judith appearance in episode 6. I know some people say, oh, it's, Dan, it's unlikely, and oh, Dan, we may not see it, and, keep your expectations low and stuff. I don't know, man. I just feel like Judith in Ones Who Live at the very end, seeing Rick again, like, I don't know. I feel like that's something you gotta do. It kind of wouldn't feel complete without doing that, But again, travel distance, stuff like that. We don't know how far this show will get to before the show ends and then we go into something else, right? But I'll be honest about one thing. I am still holding out hope that we do get Judith and Ones Who Live at the end. Just at the end, obviously, not throughout the whole show, but just at least at the very end. I think that would be very rewarding for fans, But somebody like Virgil, no, guys, honestly, admittedly, I think we're done with Virgil. I really do. Watch them prove me wrong and he appears or something. But no, I really don't think so. I know some people may disagree with me on this, but I would have just killed him in 1106. I really would have. Like, I would have just killed him and he dies saving Connie and then she can get back to Kelly, I would have just done that because admittedly, like, Virgil has not served a purpose at all since then, he just sits there in his little blankie, in the friggin' rainstorm. Like, that's all he does. Like, we have not seen anything from him past that. And admittedly, I think they should have killed him. I really do. I know he's, like, involved with, the phone and all this other stuff, but it's like, I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like something that we gotta see. Virgil, he just feels like a side character that kind of served his purpose, and now they probably should have killed him. But yeah, Judith is my biggest one for cameos in this show I'd like to see, but of course there could be others. We'll just have to see, but Judith for sure is the one I want to see the most in Ones Who Live. Because Daryl's in France. Otherwise, I'd say Daryl, but at least Judith I think would be really amazing for sure. And the last one comes from Ash Williams, who says that, Dan, do you think Major General Beale will cut off Rick's hand? in. So, probably the question that everybody has for this show, for Ones Who Live, oh man. Honestly, I feel like if Rick loses his hand, call me nuts, it's not going to be Beal. I feel like it's going to be him trying to get away. And a very traumatic experience that he had, either with a variant, either they'll go with that approach, or they'll do something else. I feel like his hand is going to get damaged in battle, I feel like. I don't feel like Beal will be the one involved. I feel like Rick will blame Beal because obviously Beal put him out there doing all these jobs and then look what happened to his hand. But no, I feel like something's going to happen to his hand while he's out there doing labor work. I really do. And I feel like it's going to be a huge shock to everybody. Which I'm curious. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. If they do it, that is. It's really seeming like they're going to, but again, we still have to see exactly if, we'll get that, that moment, but it'd be crazy if we did. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about all this stuff? All your theories, Ones Who Live stuff. Are you excited for this show? Write your comments down in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Ones Who Live and The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.